We all know the South Florida market is super hot, but wait until you hear what this condo just went into contract for at a record-setting price. Now, first-time homebuyers, there may be a $10,000 credit for you. Going once, going twice, sold. Having difficulty selling your home? Maybe you want to consider this method. I'm Jeffrey St. Aaron with Serhant here on Estate Media, and let's get to the point. So the fifth top story this week is what we're seeing, a trend that's happening now with a lot of affluent homeowners. And this typically is for luxury properties that are priced $6 million or more and that aren't distressed. They're turning to auctions. And what's happening, the pros here pretty much outweigh the cons in that, number one, as a seller, it expedites the time frame for your transaction. And as a buyer, there's very little likelihood that you're going to overpay. Now, this can be done with brokers as well, because actually here at Serhant, we've done this recently this year for two properties where we priced it pretty low at an auction, and within, I would say, about a week or so, we're in contract. So if you're having difficulty selling your home, this is maybe a trend you should definitely consider doing, and read this article. It gives you more insight on that. So the fourth top story this week is something that's written in Inman magazine. It's perfect for all the brokers that follow me. It talks about the 7 pitfalls that ruin your reputation as a real estate agent. And now I'm going to give you 2 examples that really target 2 different spectrums of the business. You know, you have veterans who've been in the business for some time, and one common pitfall that they have a minimal online presence. Now, granted, they may have an Instagram page, a Facebook page, or TikTok page, but they really don't provide a lot of content and value there because they feel like the core of their business isn't online. Big pitfall. Pitfall number 2 is what's actually happens a lot with newer brokers, that overpromise and underdeliver, because you feel the pressure to really make sure you're going to do everything, but then you overpromise and you don't really deliver with what you said you're going to do. And that is a hard thing to come over. I mean, a hard thing to learn when you're first in the business. So I really think everyone should really take a look at this article, read it, because there's some great insight here that could really be helpful. All right, so coming at number 3 this week is a new listing. Actually, it's a listing that's coming back on the market. One of the owners of Goose, he's listing his 19-acre Greenwich, Connecticut estate for $28.5 million. Now, this home has been dubbed the car enthusiast dream because it has, look here, 35 car garage. So maybe Jay Leno might bring his fleet of cars here. But also, it has everything you would expect in a $28.5 million home. 10 bedrooms, a pool house, a gym, offices, any and everything. You should definitely check out this listing. So the second biggest story this week is about President Biden in his State of the Union address. He is proposing a $5,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers. You'll get that for the first 2 years. You could use that $10,000 towards bringing down your rate, because rates obviously are really high. $10,000 can drop it about 1.5 points. And he's also proposing a one-time $10,000 tax credit for sellers. Now, one theory I have about election years, when they're typically the market usually slows down. This year may be a bit of an anomaly because both candidates obviously have been in the office before and been president before. So hopefully that kind of limits the uncertainty that's usually happens when it comes election year, and it can make this market maintain its leverage that we're gaining into next year. So for the number 1 story this week, we head down to South Florida to Miami Beach. In the Shore Club, there's a penthouse that just went into contract for over $120 million. Now, if that property closes, that'll create the newest, breaking every record ever in Florida for $120 million. Now, that we know there's a lot of new development happening in Florida. Actually, here at Serhant, we're representing the Mercedes-Benz Places building in Brickell. And I wouldn't be surprised if that breaks this record when they start closing. Thanks for watching, and make sure you follow Estate Media to get your top 5 stories of the week.